When you reach the level of superstardom, you get treated differently. You get to make demands that regular folk can't even dream of.
You love the first one so much, we are counting down the top 10 ridiculous things that celebrities demanded backstage, part 2, here for you on IO.
Welcome back to IO, I'm Charlotte Joubray.
And I'm Bria Room. On this channel we tell you about trending topics. Subscribe, turn on the bell, and follow the IO team on social media. Singer Jason Derulo has had some odd requests in the past, but his list of food demands is pretty ridiculous. Jason asked that he and his crew be given a make-your-own salad bar, coconut water, hot and cold sandwiches, and just a bunch of healthy food. Jason also demands, in all caps, no Dasani water. And can you blame him? Dasani water is by far the worst tasting water out there. It's literally acidic and it fizzes when you open the bottle. Flat water is not supposed to fizz. Jason, good call on the Dasani. Some more weird requests on Jason's list include 2 boxes of Uncrustables and a medium-sized dog to play with for the day. I've gotta say, Jason's requests just sound downright agreeable. From providing healthy foods for him and his crew, to just wanting a furry friend to hang out with for the day, I must say, I like the way you think, Jason. I like it a lot.
In at number 9 we have Jennifer Lopez. Apart from being a killer actress, singer, dancer, and performer, J-Lo is notoriously known for being a diva and being high maintenance. Those are the same thing. So does it come as a surprise that Jennifer has a long list of demands for when she is backstage? No, it doesn't. And the list as well, it's a lot of white. She wants a lot of white. Under dressing room requirements, it states Jennifer Lopez wants a white room with white flowers, white tables or tablecloths, white drapes, white candles, white couches. No catering in the dressing room except beverages, presumably because of all the white. She also demands that all of this white be in a 45-foot trailer. There has to be a selection of R&B and salsa music playing. And you might not know this from how great of a body Jennifer has at age 50, but J-Lo loves cookies. Okay, before a recent interview on This Morning, she asked for a cookie warmed to the perfect temperature with a glass of full-fat milk, cold milk. And when the cookie wasn't the right temperature, J-Lo made a big deal about it. She freaked out. Just a question though, what is the perfect temperature for a cookie? Asking for a friend.
At number 8, Britney Spears. Britney has always been a pretty simple girl when it comes to her backstage demands, but for one event in particular, her list of demands was a little odd but very patriotic. At her 2011 performance in London, Britney made a pretty strange request. The pop star asked for a feast of McDonald's bunless cheeseburgers and 100 figs and prunes. I'm here wondering how she's gonna eat so many cheeseburgers without the bun. Like, are you gonna eat them on a plate with some like ketchup and a knife and fork and just go to town? I don't know. Also, those 100 prunes are gonna do a lot of stuff to your tum-tum, if you know what I'm saying. But that's not all. She also demanded an order of fish and chips with a side of a framed picture of Princess Diana so that she could get the full British experience. I understand the fish and chips part, but Diana? I knew Britney idolized her, but it seems a little weird to be eating all this food while staring at a framed picture of the late princess. If this weird combo of food and such means that we get a good dose of Britney magic, then I'm here for it.
At number 7 we have Christina Aguilera. Do y'all hate traffic? Of course you do, it's traffic. But did you know that when you get famous, you don't have to sit in traffic? At least that's true for Christina Aguilera. When Christina Aguilera goes on tour, she demands a police escort so she doesn't have to sit in traffic. According to her leaked rider, Christina Aguilera demands a police escort upon arrival to the venue and to leave the venue. According to her leaked rider, Christina Aguilera demands a police escort upon arrival to the venue and to leave the venue. The police escort is to route the vehicles through traffic. Once she gets to the dressing room, Christina demands there be soy cheese, an assortment of raspberries, blueberries, plums, and strawberries, Oreos, Flintstones, chewable vitamins, Nesquik, and dried cranberries. I mean, fair enough, those vitamins are pretty good. Kind of outgrew them when I was like 5 though. Christina also only eats organic food. Oh, and one last specific requirement, no Evian water. Not sure why, but it specifically says twice on Christina's rider in bold letters, no Evian. Maybe she'll take the Dasani?
At number 6, Adele. The singer is known for being just a wholesome lady, so her list of demands is pretty concise and doesn't include anything straight up weird like ordering a rainbow on wheels. Famously, she has asked that anyone who gets into her shows for free, that being execs or friends or really just about anyone, that they donate at least $20 to charity. She states that there is no exception to this rule, that you must contribute to charity or you simply cannot attend. That's actually quite a nice gesture and a pretty great way to give back. Honestly, so good on you, Adele. Along with this request, her list of demands include includes beer. The singer requests that she have alcohol backstage, preferably the best quality European lager that the venue can get. She even goes on to say that North American beer is not acceptable, in all caps. Adele isn't messing around with her beer, and honestly, can you blame her? Don't come for me, beer stands, but North American beer is trash in comparison to European. But that's just how Sue sees it, so.
Halfway there at number 5, we have Cher. There are a few performers who have been around longer than Cher has. Fact of the matter is, when you get to Cher's level, you're allowed to be a diva backstage. First of all, Cher demands that she have an entire room just for her wigs. A whole room for her toupees. Let that sink in. In all fairness, she does wear a lot of wigs though. Cher also likes chocolate fountains. She wants both white and milk chocolate fountains. She likes chips, lots of chips, sugar-free Red Bull, and a slushy machine. Apparently her catering demands are not only for her though, the rest of her team also use her backstage area as well, so she takes good care of them and makes sure that they're sugar high at all times. Cher also demands that all air conditioning be shut off. Her rider states air conditioning can be harsh on her voice. She wants a separate room for her massage therapist and bouquets of freshly cut lilies and gardenias.
In at number 4, Lindsay Lohan. Actress Lindsay Lohan has been in demand for appearances for a little while after coming out of rehab. Everyone wants to know what's going on in Lilo's life. Well, to get her on your talk show, it seems to require a lot of persuasion, as well as complying with a pretty complex list of demands. Back in 2016, Lohan insisted that in order to make an appearance on a popular Russian talk show, that she be given $860,000, a suite at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel, a guarantee that no one would try to interview her boyfriend for the next 12 months, as well as a sit-down talk with President Vladimir Putin. Now I'm going to skip the last 3 demands because they're simply just eclipsed by the idea that Lindsay Lohan wanted to talk to the president of Russia in person. Who knows what sort of banter these two would get into? Like, is Putin a Mean Girls fan? Are they just gonna get lunch together? Who knows? One thing's for sure though, it didn't happen. The studio said that her demands were ridiculous and that they weren't even in her contract, so her request really came out of left field. Now I know this would have been impossible to arrange, but I would have just loved to have seen Lilo and Putin just chilling together.
At number 3 on this list we have Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga loves living lavishly. I don't think that any of us think that's out of character for her at all, but Gaga's list of demands as well as the swag she travels with, it's a lot. But again, it's Lady Gaga, so I expect it. So apparently Lady Gaga is obsessed with lavender. She wants 2 large fluffy lavender towels, lavender washcloths which have to be available to Lady Gaga at all times, lavender hand soap, body wash, face soap, 2 seafoam loofahs, and a lavender candle in her washroom. In terms of decorations, she wants silver satin drapes all over the walls, posters from her favorite artists like Queen, Elton John, and Billie Holiday, as well as fan art hung on her wall. She also has a strict diet plan, so she travels around with her personal chef, and she spares no expense when she's flying. Sometimes when she flies it costs like $100,000 just to get from New York to London. When Lady Gaga appeared in court against her former assistant Jennifer O'Neill, her tour rider was finally revealed. The tour rider said that Lady Gaga demanded that a mannequin with puffy pink pubic hair be in her backstage dressing room. Why does she need that? It's fucking weird. What are you doing with that?
In at number 2, Will Ferrell. Now this one really surprised me. Actor Will Ferrell, known to be a pretty chill dude, has been known to request some pretty zany stuff on set. But by far his best example of WTF comes from back in 2008 when Will was doing a press tour for his upcoming film Semi-Pro. When Will's people sent in his list of demands, it included some normal stuff like food requests, along with the demand for an electric scooter, a painted rainbow on wheels, and a 15-foot tall fake plant. Just take a second to let that sink in. Yeah. First of all, I want to know what in the holy cheeses is a painted rainbow on wheels. My first thought was like a piñata looking thing on rollerblades for some reason. I don't know. Also, who has ceilings high enough for a 15-foot tree? Do you know how tall 15 feet is? And I thought my 6-foot Christmas tree was tall. The best part about these weird demands is that he only requested them because he could. He knows that he's so famous or whatever that he can just make wild and wacky lists for the fun of it. Now I don't know if he ever got that painted rainbow on wheels, but if he did, I want to know what that thing looked like.
And at number 1 on this list we have Prince. After doing a couple of these now, I realize that the people that make the craziest demands are the rock stars, and Prince is no different. In fact, he was known for his outrageous backstage demands. The late Purple Rain singer requested on his 2007 tour rider that the venue's owner build him a luxury 5-bedroom home near the O2 Arena in London. The home was meant to be a permanent base for all future London visits. Until the house was built, Prince stayed in a 5-star, $4,000 a night presidential suite suite with a king-size walnut leather finish bed. I don't even know what that means. Then in 2004 for his musicology tour, Prince said it was, quote, absolutely necessary that all items in his dressing room be covered by clear plastic cling wrap until the main artist, Prince, uncovered them. In 2011, when Prince headlined Hop Farm Festival in the UK, he demanded a limousine pick him up from his dressing room and take him 25 meters to the stage. The dressing room itself had to be rebuilt 3 times before he was happy with it, to include purple chairs, tables, and wall hangings. Lastly, during past tours, Prince's rider stated that his dressing room must have a machine dispensing black M&Ms, an oxygen bar, and no stagehands or roadies are allowed to make eye contact with him. It honestly doesn't surprise me though, like Prince's, he was a high maintenance guy.
Oh yeah. I mean, his name's Prince.
It's Prince, yeah. But more high maintenance than Cher though? Like,
I mean, Cher doesn't have a royal name, so.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, Prince doesn't even have like letters in his name anymore.
He's basically Elon Musk's kid.
Yeah. We're gonna wrap up this video with some comments from part 1. Tasha said, Madonna's toilet's request is understandable. If I could, I would request the same thing. Instead, I have to depend on my Clorox wipes. Whoa. At work, we have the cleaning supply inside the employee bathroom. I clean the seat just in case I accidentally touch it. Wow. Wow, that's a lot of work.
Oh my god.
Do you sit or do you hover?
Don't
answer that.
You gotta have that, you know, at least an inch boundary between your butt and someone else's, you know?
Gotta like put the little toilet paper.
Yeah. Celisar says, people actually fulfill these demands. Is this why we have to pay $100+ for a ticket? Good lord. Honestly, probably. But then at the same time, the people fulfilling these demands probably don't get paid enough to do so.
Yeah, fair enough. Lastly, we got Emily Page. You said, every time I see Charlotte in a video with someone else, I remember how tall she is.
I mean, it's not that bad.
I don't know. Like, what do we do in this scenario? Like, I just have to crouch for the whole video?
No, I gotta stand like this.
Stick you on like a apple box or something?
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching part 2 of the top 10 most ridiculous demands that celebrities make backstage.
And don't forget to like and subscribe, and, you know, go check us out on social media too. Yay.
Bye.
Bye.